Welcome back to another episode of Ingrid's World. My name is Ingrid Paris-Hicklin. I am the host and executive producer of the television show. On this show, meet Alireza Naimi is the current president of the Rotary Club of Tysons Corner. He's a licensed real estate agent with more than 20 years of experience in management and fundraising. Beyond his work in Rotary and real estate, Ali is also a stage actor and has been actively involved as a producer and manager in numerous cultural events. Well, welcome to the show, Ali.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show. You know, your show is one of my favorites when I'm working or driving. I've been through, I guess, most of your shows. I'm getting a lot of repeat shows and stuff. So,
thank you.
And it's so inspiring, and just love the show. And thank you for inviting me. It means a lot.
My pleasure. It's an honor to have you. So, we touched a little bit. I want you to talk about, how you grew up, your education, your career.
It is interesting that the back and forth I had in my life. My dad was a diplomat in the 70s, so as a diplomat, he had to work in Washington, D.C. for the Royal Embassy of Iran before the revolution. So I immigrated to United States when I was only 1 year old. So,
wow.
And we were here for 6-7 years. Then I went back. So I grew up in Rockville, Maryland. It was close to, yeah. And we went back to Iran, and then all those stuff happened between U.S. and Iran, so I got stuck there. So I was there for 20 years, so I went through the aftermath of the revolution, the Iran-Iraq war. I grew up in a very interestingly, hostile and hard environment, which now that I look back at that, it wasn't pleasant. But it was kind of like a college or university. Mm-hmm. It made me tougher. It made me. It changed my point of view toward life and carrying it, because it was sanctions. It was a war. It was a real war. That there was air raids at night, stuff that people see in movies. We basically experienced it.
You were living it.
Yeah, we were living it. So that helped me to grow up mentally, morally, that, life is not a fairy tale. I always told, myself, my daughter, she's 20 years old, I will get to her too, that I taught her that life is not a fairy tale. There is a lot of stuff happening. There is a lot of bad things, but if we know how to change those stuff into good stuff.
Yes. Wow.
We, as Gandhi said, that we have to be the change that we want to see. We cannot just sit home and say, I want, world peace. What am I gonna do? What steps that I'm gonna take? So that environment and those stuff was really, really helpful for me. It was tough, but sometimes I say, thank God that, I grew up in that environment. It was just like a boot camp. Let's say it was more like a boot camp for me.
Right. Wow. So my question is, then how did you get into Rotary? I mean, first of all, I'm stunned.
Yeah,
thank you. And I further admire you about your journey.
Right.
And your resiliency is something.
Right.
So how did you get to Rotary?
As I said, I'm just going to go back to how I was brought up by my mom and dad. We had a pretty good life, financially, everything. But my mom and dad, they always taught us that we have to care about other people. For example, they would not let us take anything fancy to school. Clothing, food, anything. We would be, sometimes, we would look simpler or,
wow.
than, like other kids. And food, there was just bread and cheese, nothing health, nothing very fancy that somebody that could not afford it, because at that time our schools, there were all kind of kids.
Yes,
From
yes.
all levels. Even there was like an orphanage very close to us that the kids of that orphanage were part of students of that school. That my parents would take care of, not my parents, the whole parents of the school would make sure they had better stuff than we did.
Wow.
Because we had our parents, they didn't have that school, and so I became conscious about how, yes, my dad maybe have money, but doesn't matter that I can just go crazy and spend it. He would always mention that, okay, you know what? Yes, you can go buy this fancy thing, but like 2 doors down, our neighbor, they can hardly afford to eat anything. They can only afford 1 meal. So that this feeling was part of my life and stuff. And when I came over here, I moved to the United States in September, 3 months before September 11, 2001. Right when I said, my friend would joke, say, okay, that country was having fun. There was all. As soon as you stepped there, another war started. Come on, get out of here. We were just joking and stuff. But my point is that when I came here, I was looking for organizations. That's why maybe I started doing this fundraising for nonprofits. Because somehow I naturally was very good at helping people or helping them to find with their finances, on asking money or organizing these things. And okay, you know what? This house needs this. This organization needs this. So when I met with one person, actually told me, this was in Los Angeles, I said, you know what, why don't you join this club, Rotary Club? And I had no idea what Rotary was.
Okay.
Even I have heard these, I thought that this is a secret society, that they have the secret handshakes.
Wow.
And I said, oh, go talk. And I emailed this wonderful lady that I want to give a shout out to her, Peggy Smith. She was the president of Glendale Sunrise Rotary Club at that time. And we met, and she said, I just come for coffee for 30 minutes. We were talking about close to 4 hours.
Wow.
She is such a lovely, person. And she was the one that said, you know what, tomorrow morning we have a meeting. Why don't you come and join it? And I went, just joined our meeting. And the people over there were so lovely. And said, oh my God, this is a big platform with so many, thousands of clubs all around the world. Why do I want to invent the wheel? Why we already have a wheel? Why I have this
like
platform? Let's use this club. Let's use their capabilities and see what we can do. As every organization, every club, there are stuff that maybe I don't want to join, I don't want to do, but the beauty is that we can pick, say, okay, I love what they're doing over here, I'm going to do the same thing. That's why, coming back to our club, I don't want to be a club that says, okay, this is what we're doing, this is all, of course, everybody has a rule there, we have some stuff, but I love our members, our new members, or people that are even not members, said, hey, Tysons Rotary Club, we want to do this, can you help us? I don't want to go out and say, hey, you know what, this is what we're doing, come and help us, or send me money. Say, we are here, we have this organization that we are backed by an international club, it's with all the, these clubs, and close to 1.4 million members.
Wow. That
we are a huge force that we can help. That's why I'm asking everybody to come to me, say, okay, you have this project. I hope I can help. But I will, with this network, I can go tell, hey, you know what? I can do this. But hey, can your club do? Your club is bigger, or can you ask the district to do it? Wow. The state to do this. So this is a huge, amazing platform that we can use and help each other.
And help each other. I mean, I just found it just really very interesting. And talk a little bit about the areas that Rotary focuses on, or some of our projects that we're working on.
As I said, there were so many great stuff that we're doing. We are working locally, internationally, like the Water Alliance. One of the things that I'm really, really proud, and that was one of the things that really clicked for me, and I just, oh my God, you guys did this? I love what you did, was, of course, the polio.
The polio is the
exactly.
end polio. Yeah, we had that up.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And because I grew up with a friend that, had polio, so I know how hard can it be for people.
You know about it.
The Rotary Club helping eradicating that is just amazing.
Yes.
It's just amazing.
Yes.
And one more initiative that they're doing, and as they're starting, it's just in the infancy, of course, but stopping the human trafficking, which is huge, because it's not only the human trafficking, the organ, all the stuff that comes.
I've been reading about that, Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately with the technology getting complicated and all of that, and progressing. It's not just like slavery, or they're just bringing these trafficking human to make them work. No. Unfortunately, they're using their organs, they're selling their organs. It's just, you can't believe that this is happening in 21st century. And it's amazing that the Rotary is taking this initiative, and I'm pretty sure with this network, and hopefully this will be, there will be more information out, and that would be, great.
It's really something, I mean, I had to pause. It truly just took my breath away when you started talking about organs. My word. So you are at the right place to talk about this, to talk about what Rotarians do and how they do it. Pardon me. Pardon me. So now in Rotary Club of Tysons Corner, how long have you all been in existence?
We actually celebrated our 42nd birthday a few months ago, so yeah.
42 years.
Yeah.
Outstanding. And where do you all meet?
For now, we're meeting at the Tower Club, but we are soon, from beginning of November, we are moving to Doubletree Hotel.
So when does the Rotary Club of Tysons Corner meet?
We meet the second and fourth Thursdays of the month at 7:30 a.m. to 8:30. But we usually gather for a little bit of networking and chatting at 7 a.m.
And I think that's really the camaraderie is just so infectious, and you look forward to seeing people. And I think what's so beautiful about being a Rotarian is that connection that we want to make a better world. And I think that's really very key in the involvement. So when you think about ending polio, what has the Rotary Club of Tysons Corner done about ending polio? What are they doing?
Basically, we have this thing called Happy Talk. That first of all, it's a nice socializing thing that we share, about our families, or stuff that happened to us in the past couple of weeks or in our life. First of all, like it happened to me a couple times that I was really down, and I needed to, sharing that moment with the club and everybody embracing me and supporting me, first of all, was good. But we also do good stuff. We put some cash or money that goes to the polio foundation and to help eradicate. And not only that, we have monthly payments, or if people want to join another initiative, new one, Polio Plus, that basically our club is constantly and actively helping, supporting, funding that.
And I love how there is what it's saying is there's a whole energy about giving back and doing good for others. I think that's just so important as we live in a time where you gotta think about how can we help one another. It's exciting.
Absolutely, and I think as I said, different clubs have different vibes, but based on my experience and our club, what I'm seeing in Tysons is that everybody in the club is about, okay, how can we help? How can we help each other? How can we help? Where is the need and how we can help, you know?
Right.
A lot of us they don't need to do that, but it's just, that's I think what makes us so close to each other and, you know, makes the meetings more powerful, meaningful, and that energy shows when we have guests,
Yes,
when we
that's
have
true.
new members and stuff, they like what they see because it's not a show off, and it's about
Yeah.
helping. We're saying,
Yes,
okay, here we are, we have this power, how can we help?
So what are some of the activities that you all have been doing?
One of the major things that we do at, you know, is the 5K. That is amazing, which takes care of a lot of amazing organizations, local, international, all of that. So that is very good, very fun. We do another gala that usually happens in spring. We used to call it Rotary on the Vine. I don't know what's going to be this year, which you have to improve
Yeah,
with
reinvent.
the speed. You know how life is so fast, and the youngsters and everything. You know, you want to
That's a good thing.
reinvent what you do. But these are our major events that we have. But we participate. My idea was that, as I said at the beginning, we are not a secret club that we meet behind closed doors and we have this secret handshakes or secret just a meeting behind closed doors. No, and that was something amazing that Ingrid actually, when she became the assistant governor of Area 10, we said that, you know what, there was 6 clubs in Area 10.
Okay.
So we said that, you know what, and we basically, Tysons, I think it's the center of all of this. So why don't we all join, instead of each one of us is going to do our own business on our own stuff, but let's gather, as we say, unite for good.
See that. I saw that wonderful pin that you had, Unite
Thank you.
for Good.
Good, yeah. So why don't we do stuff together as we are doing our individual thing? As you remember, you know, the story about the little twigs the dad gave the brother when he was dying. So something like that. And that is an amazing change that we're seeing, you know, happening with all these like-minded presidents and club members and stuff. I see this is good, you know. As I said, we have our own identities, but when somebody needs help, say, hey, can you share this? Of course, I share it to my group, they share it to their group. So, yeah.
Very, very cool. So you do these activities, and it sounds like you're doing things almost kind of, let's say, as a group. So it's not just the Tysons Club, but there are other Rotary clubs. Am I correct with that?
Yes, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, like McLean, Vienna, Falls Church, Bailey's Crossroads. I hope I'm not what else? Don Luring and Maryfield. So there's 6 of us, and
so there's
including
6.
us.
So that's really nice. So the synergy is there. You can
Exactly. We
participate.
have our own WhatsApp group that we share stuff. If there's anything that we need, they say, hey, you know what, presidents, can you? And I you know, have to give Ingrid the credit that she was, you know, the person that started this. As I said, let me tell you a story about how this works. You know, I was in another country, and I always, when I travel either other states or out of country, I look for the Rotary Club over there. As you know, you go on Club Runner, you find. I found a club, and I went to the club in the meeting. It was awesome. We exchanged cards with the president and stuff. So we went sightseeing, and I lost my wallet. Oh my God! I know the right thing is to call the cops or this and that. So I had language barriers over there. So the first thing, oh my God, let me call this guy. So I called him, said, you know what? I know we just met, but I need your help. He said, what are you talking about? Where are you? He came and picked me up. He took me. Of course, he was a big deal in that town. So he called this and that. In a couple hours, he found my wallet.
No way.
Of course, the cash was gone, which
But
I don't care.
We can deal with the cash. We can deal with the loss of the cash.
Exactly. So see, this is a power that, you know, and at that time I said,
And you were
know
in
what?
another country?
Another country. And I just met that guy. We had a 5-10 minute conversation, but we became friends, and I'm still friends with him.
What a power.
Yeah, that's the power of Rotary that we need to embrace and need to not take it, but we have to use it in a good way. I'm pretty sure you've been to these district conferences or it's just like you've seen your family.
But that's true.
You just start. Of course, there are people that they don't want to admit. It's just like family.
It's wonderful.
You know, there are 4 or 5 brothers. One brother or sister doesn't want you.
I know. There's always one. There's always one.
So it doesn't mean that everybody is going to be, but you find tons of connections, tons of friends that, you know, I'm going to Los Angeles for the golf tournament that you know tomorrow. And I called my previous club and said, you know what? I'm very busy, but I want to make sure I'm coming. Are you guys have a meeting this week? And they said, yeah, come over.
So you're going to see your club. Your original club that where you started at.
Yeah.
Oh, that's powerful. And then I also read that you also do scholarships.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I'm actually, the Rotary does this scholarship that we give to students at George C. Marshall High School.
Nice.
That the school vets students and stuff, and then we have some finalists, and then we interview them, and it's amazing kids. It's because our Interact Club is over there too, and we have these amazing kids over there that you see the energy, you know, building up, and how these kids are helping. And I told them that, you know, when I see you guys, I feel good that, okay, I can retire early because in a few years, you guys are going to become amazing Rotarians. And I'm also I'm a board member at Brigade of Mercy, which Umbrina is the founder.
Yes.
We also have a scholarship, we give scholarships through Brigade of Mercy too.
Oh my
So that's why I'm always say that ask. I ask the students, I ask new members, I ask people in the community that ask us how we can help you. Let us know how we can help. You never know.
That's beautiful. So you do the scholarship. What is it like being club president?
Well, it's fun. It has its up and downs, but it's very rewarding. You know, it's very rewarding to see that this, you know, you're in charge of, you can do changes, and especially when you have a club that they are so supportive, so amazing that, you know, if you have oppositions, if you have many, so far I was so lucky that everybody in the club is so supportive of what I'm planning to do and stuff. It's very good. And talking about, you know, I'm not that type of person that just can sit down and relax. I have to. Let me tell you a story about my daughter. I wanted her to learn to speak Farsi. So I took her to this Farsi school. It was 8 to 5, and it was on a Saturday. So one of her days of her weekend was just gone. So we went the first week, and the second week I went there, and I was talking with the principal over there. I said, hey, you know what? I lost my vice principal. Would you like to be the vice principal? I said, sure. And I jumped in. And my daughter, she was young, and she told her mom, said, okay, now I guess there's no way that I cannot come to the Farsi school.
Wow.
So I always had to manage it.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
You know, so, you know, you're so fascinating. Who should consider joining Rotary? Who is
Anybody.
Is there a profile?
No.
Okay,
That's the beauty of
okay.
That is, as I said, it's not a secret club for this
Secret club.
group or that group. Anybody with the love of service, with love of each other. Let me read you. I actually brought the vision statement. This is the vision statement of
Read us a good
Rotary.
vision statement.
That it says, together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and ourselves. This is
That's
basically
beautiful.
what is
That's beautiful.
all about. You know, if anybody cares about something, wants a platform that, as we mentioned, has all these capabilities, they have done a lot of trial and error in 120 something years. So now they're at the point that we should take advantage of this and use this for good. So anybody with that would like to socialize, would like to work with each other, and belong to a bigger family.
Wow.
There's so many nationalities, so many, it's...
I love the fact that we're international.
Exactly.
That just makes my heart sing,
yeah. And the beauty is that
we learn about each other.
We don't care about race, we don't care about religion, we don't care about politics. It's about human beings.
And that's the beauty of it. So someone's watching this, they want to join the Rotary Club of Tysons Corner because they see the club president. How do they get involved? What's your website? I think we're going to show it.
Please, yeah.
So
yeah,
we do have it there.
Exactly.
So it's Rotary Club, just as they say, Google Rotary Club of Tysons Corner, and you'll find it right away.
Shoot me an email, call me. I will love to come and meet you guys, have a coffee.
Nice.
We have wonderful coffees around us.
I know, exactly right. Well, I just cannot thank you enough for being on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
And then telling your story. Wow. You have blown me away.
It's a pleasure. Really, really.
Well, I'd like to thank Alireza Naimi for being on Ingrid's World, and thank you for telling us about Rotary Club of Tysons Corner, but also about your amazing life. What an amazing organization, an amazing person you are.
Thank you.
My inspirational quote is provided by Ali, which is read at the Rotary Club of Tysons Corner meetings. In this house, we may every visitor find welcome, not as a stranger, but as a soul, divinely sent. Let no one be measured by faith or background, for each carries the spark of the Creator within. Offer them bread without hesitation. Let compassion be the language we speak, for in serving one another, we honor the one who created us. This table is sacred, not for what is placed upon it, but for the love with which it is shared. Thank you.
Thank you.
For being on the show, and thank you everyone for watching this episode of Ingrid's World. It was a joy to produce the show. So remember, connect with me on Facebook or Ingrid's World, and follow the show at Ingrid's World VA in X and Instagram. Watch the show anytime you want on YouTube at Ingrid's World LLC YouTube channel or ingridsworld.org. Forever grateful for you watching the show.